Evening, everybody. So here we are, day 39. I think it's the weekends that I seem to be finding difficult. So on a weekend, my boyfriend and his parents, as I said before, been out doing stuff in the garden, and this is something that I find a little bit difficult. I don't really know why. I think I quite often feel a bit like a spare part. They're running around, all seem to know what they're doing, seem to know what jobs need doing, where stuff needs to be moved. And I just feel like I'm left stood there, the person that's to go and get the teas and coffees. I know that it's a lot to do with how I feel about myself, that I can't help and I can't do as much physically, so then I get quite frustrated. I suppose in my head as well, I feel like they just think that I'm probably lazy and don't want to do it, when actually part of it is I can't physically do all of it. Yeah, so I've just felt a bit crappy. I think also part of it is not having my dad around. With him dying 3 years ago, this is the first time I have moved out of home, due to various different circumstances. We don't didn't live in like our family home. We'd moved quite a lot. Whereas this house that I'm in with my boyfriend was his grandparents. His mum and dad had helped do a lot of stuff to do with it. So I like look down the garden and see him and his mum and his dad, and I sort of feel a bit like I'm not part of that, because my dad would have done like digging and building stuff and the physical stuff. And I guess some parts of that make me really miss him. I used to be the one that would help my dad with the DIY stuff, so I think that's why sometimes I find it hard, is like I can feel like they're like a bit of a family unit down there, and I'm not really part of it. And I don't mean that they deliberately shut me out, don't want me to be a part of it. Yeah, I just feel quite on the outside looking in. And in my head, unless someone asks me to do something, I won't put myself out there and say, what do you want me to do? Because then it's probably something that I can't do, or in my head it'll be something I can't do. And then it just goes round in this like vicious circle of getting myself all worked up. Then the bits that I was meant to do, his mum had carried on and done. She didn't do it deliberately. She didn't know that I was going to paint the fence. It all just sounds so stupid when you say it out loud, and I'm very, very aware of that. But if that's something that I was going to do and then I see someone else doing it, I just think, what's the point? Why bother? Or he's obviously asked her to do it because he doesn't think I'm capable of doing it, and I just get myself a bit worked up about it. I think part of it as well is that not having my dad to say, how would you do this? Or come and have a look at what we've done. Because he was the more practical one in terms of that. Like my mum, I don't mean that she wouldn't want to see what's going on and all of that. That's not what I mean. It's just my dad is the one that I used to help do the DIY stuff, and I want to be able to ask him questions about things like that and talk to him about things like that, and he isn't here. Nor either of my granddads. And my brother doesn't do DIY really. So I suppose all of that, it just... It is hard. It's the only way to describe it. It's hard. Yes, I tell my mum what's going on and everything, but I want to be able to tell both of them, not just my mum. And I guess sometimes feeling like I can't do stuff then makes me feel like all the stuff my dad showed me how to do and things like that is not worth anything. Which I know it doesn't mean that at all. It's just... And it's hard watching them move things like the Wendy shed, which they've had here since they were kids. There's things like that that... Yeah, I wish I had those types of things in my life. Very stupid, I know, and people always say to you, oh, he's always in your heart, he's always with you, blah, 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 and all that. I wish those types of things made it better. I really, really do. The truth is they don't. Yeah, of course I'll always know who my dad was. Of course I will. Well, he was my dad. Is he always here with me? I don't bloody know. Does anybody know what happens after we die? No. It's just a belief, and I don't know what I believe in. So I think not having that strong belief in something is difficult. And I think what at the moment has made all of this 10 times harder is I just can't seem to find a coping strategy. I can't, other than it all building up, me having an argument with my boyfriend over nothing, getting myself really worked up, and then breaking down in tears. Literally at the moment seems to be my only coping strategy, or distancing myself. It's just shutting off, not wanting to talk, not wanting to be at work, don't want to be at home, don't want to be anywhere. Don't want to do anything. Hence why the house still looks like a crap hole, because I just trying to find that coping thing. And yeah, I've probably tried to ignore a lot of things about my dad going, and I think being in my first ever house, it's not mine, or I don't feel like it's mine, I don't own any part of it or anything, has massively highlighted a lot of that, of the stuff. There's been nowhere to hide, really. Nowhere to hide, and I can't even hide in a huge bar of chocolate. Anyway, I think that's enough for the uberly depressing posts that I seem to do at the weekend at the moment. Hopefully we'll have a bit of a better day tomorrow, but hey ho, it's all part and parcel of the roller coaster. I think I'm trying to work through not using food as a coping mechanism, losing weight, trusting people, moving out, getting over my dad, or learning to live with the fact that he's not here, all of that. I'm just feeling a bit frustrated with where I am in life in general. It's just meant that this is all one big ass roller coaster at the moment, but hey ho. So anyway, I will speak to you guys again tomorrow, and hope you are all doing well this weekend, on plan 100%. So bye for now.